Today we are playing with some clay, some stoneware clay. I recently got this clay kit. It's by a local business, and so it comes with a few things inside. So it comes with 1 kilo of stoneware clay, a few tools, comes with one of these things. I have no idea of any of the names of these things. Her card and a sponge, and then there's some like instructions of what to do. This is like a little pamphlet of what's come in the takeaway kit. It's a very popular gift. And then it's just like a rundown of all the basic tools that you'll need. You'll need like a wooden surface to work on. I only have my dining table, so some water, like I've got a bucket of water, a rolling pin. Oh, and the most important part. So with this kit comes like a firing service. So it's like 45 Australian dollars for 2 firings. So one for, I still don't know the proper terms, but one for before glazing and then one for the glazing. And she provides the glazing. She's given me this sheet of all the different colors, matte and glosses that she has that I can choose from. I just have to put my number, my name, how many items I have and what colors and stuff. And then what you do is you just drop your works off with this pamphlet, whatever you filled out, and then you just come and pick it up after like three weeks or something like that, and then you've got perfectly finished pieces. But yeah, that's everything that comes in the little cardboard box. I'm just really excited. I'm planning on making a mug, probably. A mug and a candle holder today. I'm just going to show you what I make. So let's get into it. Let's go. Sure what I'm doing. Maybe if I make it into like a circle. So this ball is going to be my mug. So I'm just gonna like start pinching . Making sure that it's like not too thin, not too thick. Sort of like that. I just feel like there's a lot of thickness to the bottom of it rather than the sides, so just trying to bring some of that middle outwards, if that makes sense. Okay, so I spent like a minute just smoothing out the bottom, making it more flat instead of like, you know, cone shape. It's still very rough. I'm just a bit worried about like, I don't know if you can see like right here, it's a lot thinner than say this, but it's like, I don't know if I can take this and put it over here, like will that, I don't know. Oh, I guess I could try using one of the scraping tools. And I kind of want to flatten the bottom of it a bit. But it's looking alright, I think. I'm just gonna put these offcuts onto like more of the thinner spots and then put it on the thinner spots. I'm just going to quickly smooth it out with just a little sponge, but not too perfectly, but just to get like, you know, these little sort of things out. And then I'm going to let it dry, maybe for an hour or so or something, and then I'm going to attach the handle on the side, because apparently you're meant to attach the wet handle to the slightly dry, like you score it or something, and I don't know. But that's what I'm gonna do. So that's the mug. I'm just gonna put that aside to dry. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to make was like a little candle holder for this sized sort of candle. So like about this much will go in the end to just like stand it up. So it's basically just like a little plate with a little tube thing, and I'm probably gonna make a handle as well. A lot harder than I thought. So I just smoothed it out, and I'm just going to put this tiny little handle on it. So that's going to sit and dry. So I have placed my 3 little works on this table. It's easy to turn them and to transport them, but I'm just letting them dry, and I honestly didn't take into account how long it would take for them to dry, because I need to attach a handle to the mug and make a lid, smooth them out in general. But I thought, since I'll probably be putting the handle on tomorrow because it's still so wet, like it's really not going to dry enough today for me to put the handle on. So I think I'm just gonna take this tool, I don't know how to explain it, but I'll show you when I'm done. This is after like 5 days. They're all done now. Probably gonna wait another week. Send them off for firing.
One eternity later.
They're finally here. So after waiting for about a month and a half, I finally got my finished ceramic pieces. So the last clip that you would have seen would have been when the pieces were like bone dry. But yeah, they're finally finished. I went and picked them up a little while ago and I'm ready to show you the way that they turned out, which I think I'm pretty surprised at how they've turned out. So we'll start with the main piece, my mug. Everyone that I've shown, they're just like, whoa, look at that handle. I gotta admit, it's pretty ugly. It's a pretty ugly mug. But that's why I think it's cute. It feels so heavy. It's like so strange to actually hold it. When I first picked it up, I was so scared to hold it by the handle because I just remember attaching the handle and I just remember like this was so heavy. And how is that even, do you know what I mean? It's just weird. How is it? It's like really on there. Anyways, so she hasn't glazed any of the pieces underneath because obviously they'd stick to the kiln floor and be damaged. So I chose this sort of purpley color. I thought it was going to be a lot lighter, to be honest. I thought it was going to be more of like a lavender color. And the overall color is kind of turned out really, really uneven, especially on the mug. And I think that's just because of the weird design that I chose to do last minute on it. So yeah, it's not her fault, it's my fault. If I had to change one thing, if I had to do one thing differently, it would be, I'd probably leave this to just a plain flat surface. I would make the handle a lot smaller, but I kind of like it. There's a few air pockets, I'm guessing, that have created bubbles on the inside and a few on the out. Once again, not her fault. It's probably just like how I've designed the whole thing. It's got some good weight to it, obviously, and it just makes it feel like it's like all these things, they're the first things that I've like owned that are homemade, that I've made, that feel like proper. Do you know what I mean? You know, like they're not gonna break anytime soon or fall apart or not be usable. I don't know. She says that all of the products are microwave safe and they're also food safe, obviously, because I'm making things to drink out of. I haven't tested the whole microwave thing. I don't want to because I just don't want to take that chance. Another thing that I've noticed is because of the size of the, like it's quite wide compared to other mugs. Also, it's quite short compared to other mugs. It can't hold as much liquid, and also the hot liquid gets cold a lot quicker than in other mugs, which is fine. It still stays hot for a reasonable amount of time, but yeah, I've noticed that. So that's probably stopped me from using it as often as I thought I would be. But other than that, it's great. There's no cracks, there's no really huge imperfections. I have been using it a lot already. So next piece is my milk jug. I love how this one turned out because of the whole lid situation. It's just, it looks like I bought this, you know? I love the little leg. Didn't realize that she was only going to glaze just before reaching the feet or the legs or whatever. I thought that she was going to go all the way down to the toes. But I actually like that she did this instead because it kind of, you know, you can see all of the raw clay. It's what it would have looked like if there was no glaze. And yeah, this one compared to the mug has turned out, as in the glaze, it has turned out a lot smoother overall. There's still a little bit of bubbles, but it looks a lot smoother. Once again, they're consistently the same color pretty much. Like a purpley burgundy brown sort of thing. She didn't glaze the bottom of the lid because that would have had to sit on the kiln floor, I'm guessing. One thing that I would have changed about this little milk jug is the whole lid situation. It kind of just wobbles around, like you can't just pick it up like this, you know, it'll fall off for sure. Would have made that a little bit better. I did kind of rush the lid, to be honest. Also, I would have made the little knob at the top, the little, like, I guess it would be a handle. I wish I actually made it bigger, because I actually can't grab that. No way. It's just smooth. So it's just a little bump. I mean, it still looks nice, but... So that's that one. And last but not least is my little candle holder. So I made a little handle that I actually can't use because my fingers don't fit in there, but it looks cute. And once again, this one actually doesn't have any bubbles, really. Very smooth, probably the smoothest one out of all of them. One thing I did realize that I probably haven't mentioned is I actually didn't put, first of all, the plate part is not even circle, it's like oblong oval. And secondly, I didn't put the tube part in the middle. I didn't realize that until after it was dry. That's okay. It makes it look more homemade. One thing that I would have changed about this piece is that at the bottom, it's like not put together right. I probably would have just tried to blend that a little bit better. Luckily, I didn't get any cracks, and luckily it's on the underside, so you can't see it. So those are my 3 pieces. I'm really excited to have them, to keep them, to take care of them, to use them, especially my mug. Yeah, I think that they turned out pretty well. I think it was pretty easy, actually. Definitely could have done better, but it also could have turned out a lot worse. For my first try, it was alright, and I had a lot of fun making them. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, seeing the process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.